why I came out early. Normally it takes me 3 minutes. We have more stuff.
Where do you have it on for speakers?
I keep setting it as default, and then it keeps undefaulting.
It's probably because you got HDMI plugged in.
Yeah.
Well, it's not HDMI though, it's the mini display.
But the videos over HDMI.
It's just an adapter, but it's HDMI, and that's why, because HDMI sends the audio down the projector too.
Yeah, but they're saying it's not coming from the speakers at all.
Yeah, but that's because the HDMI is hooked up to the projector.
That shouldn't matter. In the other room, we did the HDMI and the cable, and it worked. Last night, and he had the HDMI hooked up, and right?
You have to and
He went and he changed the speakers to out or whatever, and it worked.
Because it's going back and forth. She'll set it, and then it'll go back.
And when she sets it, it works through the speakers when we check it, and then when we play it again, it's here. So
I'm disabling the other one.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
rather listen.
Sound and no pictures.
There's sound, yeah. It's gonna get there.
Hey.
There we go. All right.
One step on the yellow cable just in case.
Please.
Go ahead.
Are the people is that side?
So, is it playing?
Yes, it's working. Disabled.
No,
Yeah.
but can we hear the presentation to make sure that it's...
It's just music from them. We're not using the speakers through the PA.
Oh, so you could have just turned the volume down.
It wasn't coming through the other one at all, though. It is now.
All right. We're ready.
I'm confused. Is it ready to go?
We're perfectly fine.
At this
Okay,
point, the
we're going to
show's
be
not
out in the
going.
hall just in case.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry, we're so...
No, that's why we're here.
What? Fine, sit in the back. Just sit. We can invite people in.
We can?
Yes.
Okay.
Make it go away. Get rid of it.
Welcome to the first couple.
Yes. Thank you, Brittany, for all your help.
And it's so confusing, too, because once you've been staring at it for the past half an hour, it's like, I can't explain what's happening.
It'll work.
I hope so.
Try to sit in the front of the room.
And I'll kill the browser, as soon as I press go.
First couple rows. Come on in.
First couple rows, don't step on them.
Don't step on the yellow cable, please, for love of
That's what
God.
took us so long, the yellow cable. The yellow cable caused us all the things. Welcome.
Please don't. It'll make me cry. Yeah. It makes the video go all crappy. And then we have to redo everything.
I have zero.
I'm seriously just...
Go for it.
I've been trying to
Is
reset.
this Kilgrave and Jessica Jones?
Yeah.
I love it. We just finished the show, so that's why we wanted to.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Kylie.
Are you ready for Couch Potatoes Unite! Exclamation point?
Yeah, we are.
All right. To get you in the mood, I have a little thing. We're going to do the thing now.
Uh-oh. Kylie. I don't know if we're live.
a podcast entitled Couch Potatoes Unite! ! This is a podcast based on a blog of the same name because we're too busy saving the world superhero style to change it. My name is Kylie, I'm your panel moderator, and I love TV. If you feel the same, keep listening or checking out our blog at couchpotatoesunite.wordpress.com, as you're bound to find some common ground or something you like. For at Couch Potatoes Unite, we're all about the wonders and the unique long-form storytelling of the small screen. Our podcast episodes are released on Wednesdays, sometimes blog entries on Tuesdays. You can subscribe to us via iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, YouTube, and directly at our website. Each podcast episode features a panel of about 3 to 7 participants, including a moderator, usually me, around the water cooler and talking about our favorite TV shows. It's not about extensive recapping and hyper-analysis. It's about our reactions as fans of a hardcore to casual type, or perhaps not so fans at all, of any show that catches our fancy. And we watch many types of TV shows. Episodes already published discuss a variety from drama to comedy, from straightforward to science fiction and fantasy, from superhero to arch-villain. Today, we are coming to you live and live-streamed from beautiful and increasingly cool city, Grand Rapids, Michigan, for CPU's third live podcast. We're here at Grand Rapids Comic-Con, and we're ready with a fairly new CPU feature called Top 5. It's inspired by the movie High Fidelity and about a little bit by Nick. Our panel today consists of our DCTU panel, which covers the Arrowverse on CW, namely Arrow, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and now Supergirl. And with some overlap, our Marvel's Defenders panel, which covers the Netflix Marvel series, including Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, soon to be Iron Fist and the Punisher, and culminating with the Marvel's Defenders crossover miniseries. What I'm going to do now, because I don't do all the talking, I do some talking, I do talk a lot, but I'm not going to be the only one who talks. I'd like to introduce our panel. Did you like our opening slideshow? Yeah. Did you get what we're going for here? So I'd like each of the panelists to introduce themselves. It's a very special panel for a very special convention in a very special new format with a very special new feature. So panel, what I'd like you to do is remind us of your first name, tell us which CPU panel you're representing, and if it's both, say both, because that's true here. And show us your hero or villain, remind us who you're wearing, what are you wearing, okay? And then if you could be any DC or Marvel hero or villain, who would you be and why? Feel free to use visual aids. Who would like to start? Nick, start.
Hi, I'm Nick.
Hi, Nick.
And I'm starting.
All right.
I'm representing the Defenders panel.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm wearing Daredevil. That's who I'm wearing.
Nice.
And the superhero I would be is Nightcrawler, because when things get weird, I could just bamf out of there.
All right. Well, welcome, Nick.
My name is Jen.
Hi, Jen.
I am representing
DCTU.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And superhero, probably, I'm going to say
Harley Quinn. All right. Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Batgirl.
Are you? She's wearing Batgirl. You have to project for the people.
I'm wearing Batgirl!
All right.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I'm representing the Marvel Defenders panel today. It's a dark shirt, I'm sorry, but I'm wearing Alias Investigations representing Jessica Jones.
Woo!
Thank you. And if I could be any superhero or villain, it's a toss-up. I would either be Jessica Jones or Black Widow. Ooh. So if I could combine them into one, that would be my perfect ultimate female superpower superhero.
Weird, but we'll go with it. Welcome, Kristen.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Spencer.
Hi, Spencer.
I'm representing both podcasts. I'm wearing Superman, and I had to think long and hard about what hero I would choose, because I'm kind of a DC guy, but as far as just having a ton of fun, I'd have to be Deadpool.
Yeah. You switched to Marvel for your answer.
I know.
Oh my God.
And surprises.
You are. Well, welcome back, Spencer.
Thank you.
Hi, I am Hilary.
Hi, Hilary.
I represent both podcasts as well with Spencer, and I am wearing Captain America. I'm a traditionalist, but also if I were to pick who I actually could be, probably my longtime favorite character would be the fabulous Selena Kyle, Catwoman. She's a survivor, she's a strong woman, and she just does whatever's best for her. That's kind of how I roll.
It's
Oh yes, leather pants. There you go.
Well, welcome back, Hilary.
I'm Kyle.
Who are you wearing, Kyle?
Mary Jane.
All right.
You guys picked up on that, right? I represent both panels. I'm obviously obsessed with comic books and all their iterations. If I could be any hero or villain, I think Magneto.
That seemed too easy.
He stands up for what he believes in, even though he's a bit extreme about it. But in his head, he's a good guy, and that's how I see him too.
Nice. Well, welcome back, Kyle. And of course, I'm the moderator. I'm wearing the Flash, and I moderate both panels, so that doesn't count. And if I could pick anyone, you already took Harley Quinn. She was a consideration. I guess I'd have to pick Supergirl. I'm going to go classic. And DC, because I feel it's underrepresented right now. DC. So welcome, everybody. Now, we're going to get down to the meat of it. You just walked into what's going to be a very spicy debate. This is going to be the top 5 DC and Marvel live-action heroes and villains. What does this mean, everybody? Well, I'll tell you. So the top 5, the way it works is that each of the panelists were asked to bring in top 5 of something. And in this case, they're each bringing in 4 lists, which I'll get to in a second. What we'll do is share all of the lists from number 5 to number 1, like David Letterman, but half. Then the panel will debate and try to come up with a consensus top 5. Now today is special because we're doing 4. We're going to actually give top 5 DC heroes, DC villains, Marvel heroes, and Marvel villains. We're going to debate it down and share it. However, wait, there's more! If time permits, we are going to actually debate that even further and try to mash those lists together. There's 5 in each list, so in each list, either DC or Marvel is going to come out on top. It's going to answer the age-old debate, isn't it? As such as we're experts, which we're not, but it's okay. It's the ultimate, oh, it didn't work, that's okay. It's the ultimate DC versus Marvel showdown, so let's get ready to rumble! All right, so I will share lists, but I will be the last one each time. Well, I think we're going to start with Marvel villains. Who would like to start with their Marvel villains? Number 5 to number 1. Do not share it the other way. Save the best for last. Okay? Okay. Go.
I can start again.
Thanks, Nick.
Number 5, Kingpin. Number 4.
Kingpin as in Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Number 4, Magneto.
Which Magneto?
From the cartoon?
We're not doing animated.
Then from the movie.
Are you doing Ian
No, the rules, Nick.
I know. Is it Ian McKellen or is it, what's his name?
Michael
I
Fassbender.
meant.
Really, it's one portrayal, though, over a timeline.
It is.
Okay, but I'm just asking and clarifying. This is very important to the debate.
Should I change my answer?
No, you can't.
Number 3, Kilgrave.
Bye.
I gave it 10. And because I think this character should be on there as one of the best villains, even though I don't know how much I love the movie representation, but I'm gonna go with it. Dark Phoenix from the X-Men. It's not a villain at all. And number 1.
Do you mean Famke Janssens?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't want to try to say her name.
Fair enough.
Number 1, Apocalypse, because that's
I
how the
like your
world
villain's
ends.
blue.
That's my list.
Thanks, Nick. Kristen, do you want to go next
Yeah,
as the
I'll-
other Marvel specific?
Yeah, it's the other Marvel one. For me, number 5 would be the Mandarin from Iron Man 3.
No,
She's giving you the eyes already. All right, let's go.
So number 5 is the Mandarin.
Okay.
Number 4 is also Magneto for me. Number 3 is Loki. 2, thank you. I have fans. I like it. Number 2 is Kingpin, and number 1 is Kilgrave. Because he can control your mind. He is the most dangerous supervillain. He can make anybody do anything at any time.
Why didn't you constantly interrupt her and make her say the actor's name?
Because
we kind of have a
over
secret
that.
relationship. Yeah.
Loki's played by Tom Hiddleston.
Yes, he is.
Thank you. Who would like to go next?
I will.
Thank you, Spencer.
For me, number 5 is Loki.
Okay.
Tom Hiddleston.
Thank you.
So I don't get yelled at. Number 4 is Magneto by C.M. McClellan. Number 3 is Ultron by James Spader.
Yes.
Number 2 is Kilgrave. And for me, number 1 is Kingpin.
All right, I can go next. I actually picked one that hasn't been said yet for number 5. I said Alexander Pierce, Robert Redford from The Winter Soldier. And number 4, I also did Magneto, and I'm going with the whole Michael Fassbender and Ian McKellen same timeline because to me they're pretty equal in a lot of ways. Then I chose Kilgrave as well, Mr. David Tennant, who we all know and love.
Very much.
Too much.
Must be the accent.
I love him. Hearts.
And then number 2 was also Wilson Fisk / Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio. And then my number 1, I picked Loki, Tom Hiddleston, because he got the cinematic universe kind of rolling away.
Okay.
Okay. Mine was very similar to Spencer's. We agree on a lot of things. Number 5, Loki, Tom Hiddleston. Number 4, Magneto. I love him, but there's some other better portrayals. Number 3, also Alexander Pierce. I mean, it's Robert Redford. I mean, being a human villain in the Marvel Universe and still being that magnetic and that, like, he's great. And then number 2, Kilgrave. Almost for the same reason as Robert Redford. That performance was just amazing. And number 1, Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio. I really love how they slowly built him up over the season, and he just nailed it.
This list might be very easy.
It might.
We know that number 4 is Magneto.
Right. Jen, what's yours?
Well, it should be known that I do not watch Marvel.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
gosh.
watched Netflix Marvel. That's about the extent. I haven't seen a lot of.
So can you tell which one she likes?
So I don't even have a top 5.
Oh.
I have a top 2, but now 3 because I forgot about it.
How could you forget about Kilgrave?
I'm not Marvel. I don't.
I feel like you also have a 4.
But I watched Jessica Jones.
Yeah, 4 Magneto.
Just That's my number 2.
Just kill the curve.
Mystique is my number 2. But I would probably put Mystique number 3 and then Magneto number 2. There you go.
So you're going to be very agreeable, is what you're saying?
Probably.
Okay. That's great. That's great. So I know. I also have a top 5, and it's going to sound rather repetitive. I have one that no one has mentioned, and I actually went to Captain America: First Avenger. I like Hugo Weaving as Red Skull. He kicked off the whole
Actually, I have him as an honorable mention because he's kind of important to Captain America.
He is. He
like
kicked
really
off.
important.
Plus, he's also, Agent Smith, so I have a thing for him. Number 4, I have Loki. Number 3, I have Magneto. And then, actually, I have a tie at number 1 because I kept going back and forth, and it's between Kingpin and Kilgrave. So, I really think the Netflix Defender shows are holding their own, and I actually kind of like them better than the individual Avengers movies. Remember, I'm wearing a Flash. Okay. So that is our Marvel top 5 villains. It sounds very similar across all the people. So how many people had Kilgrave as their number 1?
Or just on their list?
As their number 1.
His number 1, yeah.
How many people had Kingpin as their number 1? What was your number 1? apocalypse. I don't think you're gonna win.
I know. Wait, was it 3-3, Kilgrave and Kingpin?
Yeah, because I have both as number one. So I could go either
So can
way.
I push Kilgrave to 1?
If you want to. Are you making me the tiebreaker?
Well, I could be sassy and make Kingpin my number 1 instead of Loki because he was my number 2.
Your list is written in pen. Or typed on a phone.
Otherwise, we're reaching all day.
Fine.
Can we just have them as a joint number 1 because both performances were so fantastic?
That's why I have a list.
I like that idea.
Is that a cop out?
A little bit.
We have a
Says
Do we have any Kingpins? All right, Kilgrave wins.
Thank you, Kilgrave, for being
Let's
here.
take a poll. How many of you think Kingpin?
Oh, we got 2.
How many people think Kilgrave? Well,
Kilgrave wins.
I think Kilgrave is our number 1. Okay.
There you go.
And Magneto's probably 3 or 4.
No, Magneto.
I guess
I think
it's
it's
4.
1.
What?
I think Magneto's 1.
Well, you lost, sweetie. I'm sorry. But Magneto will make the list, okay? He'll make the list. He was on everybody's list. So, who should be number 2?
Should it be Kingpin?
Should it
Number
be
3,
Kingpin?
number 1?
Yeah.
Everyone's okay with that?
I'm
Yeah.
fine with it.
All right,
That's
Kilgrave.
fair.
That's easy so far. Okay, number 3.
Loki.
I say Loki.
Loki. We got a Loki over here.
I mean, come on. Like I said, he started the whole universe.
Does the presence of Magneto on all the lists not bump him up farther than 1?
That's what I
But
learned.
Loki plays high on other people's lists, so I think that defaults him to number 3.
Because when you
Well,
every
that's audience again. You just tie breakers with them.
This isn't a tie.
Because I don't think it's a tie. I think that.
Oh, really?
Kilgrave and Kingpin
Why
were
don't-
definitely a tie. Now we're not so tight.
Why can't the panel vote?
The panel can vote.
Okay.
So start the vote.
Raise your hand if you think that, I'm not sure who to start with, Loki is higher than
I think overall.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna.
We have an audience member too, so that counts. We got another one.
Okay.
More? Yeah.
Okay.
Loki.
Loki's
Yep.
3.
I think
Yep.
Loki's 3, Magneto's 4 then.
Which he was on most of
He
our
was.
lists.
So now who's number 5?
I really want to throw Ultron in there. I know I'm the only one to mention it, but that performance
No,
by
that
Spader
is-
was
that-
fantastic.
I think that's valid. No?
I don't know. I didn't think he was as menacing as some of the other villains out there.
But it was his lack of really overly menacing, campy menacing that made him so good. It was just that the intonation and everything for me was just fantastic.
He was so sassy though.
He was very sad.
The sass not.
There's no sassy.
Well, who is this between? I'm willing to put Ultron above the 2 on my list that no one else has, so. I'm
I
on
was the
Team
only one who
Ultron.
mentioned Red Skull, so I'm willing to concede mine. I don't know who. There were 2 people that mentioned Alexander
Yeah,
Pierce.
we both said. I mean, if you think, he's just a regular guy, but he infiltrated Shield for.
Seems like a
He sure
natural
did,
choice.
man. He twisted
Yeah.
that
And
one around.
so, even his good old buddy Nick Fury didn't suspect him. So,
Okay,
I mean, he's pretty.
I will vote
evil.
Alexander Pierce.
Oh, we got
I will default to that because I'm really not a Marvel guy, and you guys know much more about the universe than I do.
That's kind of where my
I mean,
logic sits.
I want to like honorably mention the Winter Soldier, but he ends up being good later. But he's been pretty evil so far in the movies, as we know him. So
But he wasn't on anybody's list, so.
that's correct.
Well, I wanted to put him on my
Sneaking more people in.
Jen's like, I don't care because I don't do Marvel, right?
Right.
All right. Easy. So is it Alexander Pierce? The ayes have it?
Sure.
Yeah.
You can go with
I
it.
think
We just consensus really quickly. Good job.
Well, we've got a lot more than
we got
Yeah.
So just to refresh everybody, number 5, Alexander Pierce. Number 4, Magneto. Number 3, Loki. Number 2, Kingpin. Number 1, Kilgrave.
You guys almost all agree with me. That's awesome.
Don't get it. Don't let it go to your head. All right. So do you want to go to DC villains next, or do you want to do Marvel heroes?
Oh, jeez.
Stick with Marvel.
Stick with Marvel. Got it.
Yeah, get the garbage out of the way.
All right.
Hey.
Thumbs fighting words, Spencer. I mean, I'm with you, but thumbs fighting words. All right. So somebody else start the heroes. Number 5.
I'll go first.
All right.
Number 5, Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds. I mean, can anybody picture anybody else being Deadpool at this point?
No. That was perfect casting.
Number 4, even though there's been many of them, easily there's only one that matters, the Punisher, Jon Bernthal. He's the only one that's his intensity and his humanity, and not just kind of a caricature of a guy with guns. Number 3 might be controversial because the movie's terrible, but I put Kelsey Grammer as Beast because he is Beast. Like, no matter how terrible that movie is, he is flawless. Number 2, Captain America, Chris Evans. I think that's just a really hard character to pull off because he's so righteous and like good boy. He could be boring, but Chris Evans makes him interesting. And number 1 is Daredevil, Charlie Cox. Mostly because I'm obsessed with Daredevil. He's my favorite hero, and I just think he's great.
Okay, next now. We'll come back this way. No, I asked his wife. I can go next. That's fine. That's
All right. Oh, they're married. They're also related to me. That might come out. It's not illegal.
Okay, so my number 5, I actually picked Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. He's been Wolverine for a very long time, obviously. His story gets more accurate with each interpretation.
That's not an argument for him.
He's a great actor, of course, and he does a great job being Logan, and I think a lot of people can get behind that. Wolverine is a lot of people's favorite comic book character. I picked Robert Downey Jr. for Iron Man as number 4. Again, he kind of got the whole cinematic universe going, like, to a degree. I mean, everybody, could you picture anybody else being Iron Man? Probably not. He's great casting. He's hilarious. He makes Iron Man more likable than he is a lot of time in his written stories. So, yeah.
Tell us how you really feel.
That's what we're here to do, right?
All right.
Number 3, I also picked Jon Bernthal, Punisher. He is perfect. He literally took my attention from the moment he came on screen, and I look forward to seeing more of him in the upcoming seasons. I picked Charlie Cox as Daredevil for number 2 for the same reasons as Jon Bernthal. He's amazing. He's a great interpretation of Daredevil. I've learned a lot about Daredevil because of my husband. He's fantastic. And then my number 1, I picked Chris Evans as Captain America. He is the first Avenger. He is perfect casting for that role. I swear Chris Evans practically is Steve Rogers in real life. That is my Marvel list. Laura, thanks.
Alright, my number 5 is Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds. Number 4 is Wolverine with Hugh Jackman. Just saw the trailer for Logan. Looks absolutely fantastic. Daredevil, Charlie Cox. Many of the incarnations of Spider-Man through the movies is just something from childhood that stayed with me. And then my number 1 is Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. The sarcasm, the attitude, everything, it just works so well.
Did you say we're Spider-Man?
No, it's I lumped them all together.
They're so similar.
Controversial.
They are very similar.
That is controversial.
Except for really weird, kind of strange Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3. That one's just kind of pushed out.
See, to me, I just...
See, controversial. They're just...
Yeah, like, I love Spider-Man. I mean, we all saw Civil War. I think Tom Holland is fantastic. He's not been around long enough for me to put him on the list, but I don't know about you all, but I'm pretty excited to see him as Spider-Man. I feel like he is the closest Peter Parker interpretation yet, but we'll see how that goes in the future.
Yeah.
Spider-Man made it onto my list purely for the incarnation all the way through. Just the character, the boyhood charm of the character. It's something I grew up with, and that's why it's there.
Okay, I'll go next, just for continuity's sake, so we can keep going around the table. And because I only have one different from what everybody's said so far. At number 5, I have Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, for everything, Hilary, what you just said. Number 4, the one that I have that nobody's mentioned yet, is Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just cannot think of somebody who's more perfect for that role. What? I mean, yes, it's in the same timeline, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I like Patrick Stewart. Number 3, I have Captain America, Chris Evans. Number 2, I have Jon Bernthal as the Punisher. I was completely taken by his performance. I was not such a big Punisher fan. I'm more DC, but I did know the Punisher. wasn't as big of a fan until he did it. And I'm like, now I'm a Punisher fan. I get this character and I love him. Number 1, I have Charlie Cox as Daredevil. Kyle's going to be so happy. He has converted me. He might be my favorite Marvel hero too now.
Could we throw an honourable mention in for Stan Lee in every little bit part?
Sure.
Yeah.
He is the hero of Marvel.
There's the theory that he's a watcher from the comics.
Oh.
Just throwing that out.
But that's a theory. And he's not a live action. But live action Stan Lee is the hero of all. Kristen.
Okay. So I went back and forth a lot. So I'm going to say my honorable mentions are Spider-Man and Professor X, because I wanted to put them on the list, but we haven't seen enough of Spider-Man yet, and I love Professor X, but I think he's a solid 6 for me. I know.
On a list of 5.
Yep.
6.
Number 5 was Deadpool. Number 4 was Iron Man. Number 3 is my girl Jessica Jones.
Woo!
Thank you. Yep, Kristen Ritter, love her. 2 was Captain America, and number 1 for me was Daredevil, but for a slightly different reason.
Yeah.
What? No, I hated season 1 of Daredevil when I watched it. I had such a hard time getting through it. If you go back and if you want to listen to our season 1 podcast of Daredevil, I hated it, and
She was the enemy of the panel.
Enemy of the panel. I got so much snark from these people over here.
Especially that one.
Yeah, especially that one.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. But then I watched season 2, absolutely fell in love with it, and I now really, really love Daredevil, so I had to give him number 1. Just because for me, it's been a journey to love Daredevil.
You totally drank the Kool-Aid.
I did. I'm not ashamed.
Says you. You're on the same panel. Thank you, Kristen. Jen, did you manage to come up with
I had 4, but it now has changed to 5.
Oh, she made it to 5!
By adding 2 because I'm taking out 1 because I realize I don't have
This is okay.
I really,
I know
The
it's a
system is
breathing
rigged.
list.
It is. Number 5, I'm gonna put Wolverine. I don't know how I could forget Wolverine. I do like Hugh Jackman. Hello.
Projected.
And 4, I'm gonna put Captain America. I forgot I did watch almost all of those movies, and I did like the representation of Captain America. And then number 3, I have Jean Grey. I just like the character from the movies. I thought that actress is good. Yes. I know all these people.
I do.
Number 2, I have Jessica Jones.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. And then number 1 is Daredevil. I watched
All
it in like 2
right.
days. The complete season. I'm not kidding. I watched Daredevil.
This is looking good, Kyle. Nick?
Okay. No, I'm just kidding. My list is very similar. I have 5. Number 5, Punisher. Number 4, Jessica Jones. Number 3, Daredevil. Sorry, everyone. 2, Iron Man. And this might just be because I work at a zoo, but number 1, Rocket.
Well, that just came out of left field now, didn't it? You want to justify?
It might just be because of my 2 small children. There's very few movies I get to see these past 2 years, and Guardians of the Galaxy was a huge highlight.
All right.
In hindsight, I'm surprised more people didn't include me in the Guardians.
Baby Groot was on my list for a while.
But she could not accept that Baby Groot becomes adult Groot like Baby Jesus becomes adult Jesus in Talladega Nights.
Weird correlation.
Where did that come from?
Ricky Bobby, people, watch your comedies.
Stick to the comic book.
All right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So we're all agreed Rocket's number 1.
No, we're not.
No.
Sorry,
You're the only person to mention a Guardian. So sorry.
I think Daredevil has to be 1 though, right?
Yeah.
I think the eyes have it on Daredevil. Yeah.
Agreed? Agreed? Anyone?
Anyone?
No.
Who likes Daredevil? Anybody?
Someone.
Thank you.
Okay.
All 2 of you. You should watch the show, people. Watch the show.
It's offensive to say you didn't see it.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a good point.
You know what? I had that same reaction, and I wasn't going to watch it. But then this cadre of people started saying, no. It is so not Ben Affleck. And they were right. It convinced me because I was right. I feel your pain, man. I feel it. So we have Daredevil as number 1. I'm feeling Captain America probably should be at number 2.
Who has Captain America on this?
Like
everybody except you.
No, I was looking at Spencer's face. He clearly didn't have it.
Well, Spencer doesn't like Marvel, so he doesn't count.
He's on the Defenders now. You don't like Captain America. You think all the girls.
He's a guy on steroids with a piece of metal. Who cares?
Now the spiciness comes.
That's why I'm here.
Captain America actually has a shield of vibranium, not a piece of metal. Vibranium is stronger than metal.
It's still metallic. It's shiny and it goes ding when he throws it.
Well,
and that's how you define
the other
metal.
Avengers wouldn't even get their poop in a group if he wasn't there.
That's fair. He's a good leader.
I don't even know how to respond.
No?
Plus,
Okay, if it's not Captain America, number 2, who would it be?
Iron Man.
Who had Iron Man?
Iron Man just
I had him at 5.
I had him at
It's
4.
a lot more metal than Captain America.
Yeah, but he's got more charisma. I mean,
No, he doesn't. He has a different kind of charisma.
yeah, exciting.
How does charisma come into it for a superhero?
You know what? I'm feeling a civil war coming down.
Even Tony with all of his metal, it takes him out at the end of this. I mean, all he has to do is take him. It's all about the fight, and he wins it every time.
I will defer to the Marvel sponsor of the panel.
She won't back off of Captain.
She will not. She loves him.
You have a Captain American suit at home, though.
I do actually.
He does.
He does.
Fine.
We don't need to know any more than that.
No, that's all right.
I do love
Comment
Robert
goes.
Downey Jr. Go ahead.
Really, I would say Robert Downey Jr.'s also his place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. None of it would exist without 2008's Iron Man. Like, he lifted it up and made it.
I mean, I would not care about Iron Man if it weren't for him.
No, absolutely.
Just, I do not care about that character until he puts that suit on. They are old, but they are true. However, DC, that's right. I'm wearing this Flash. Do not judge the people. I tried.
hey, Flash is the best.
Thank you. I liked your style.
I'm pretty sure he's going to be number 1 on the DC universe.
Yeah.
Easily.
We're not there yet. Marvel Heroes. Okay, we have Daredevil at number 1, and nothing else. So is it Captain America or is it Iron Man, or do we want to cut out and do a tie?
I think it's Iron Man.
I think it's a tie.
Raise your hand for Iron Man.
Let's vote on the panel first and see where we go. If you're Captain America, raise your hand. That's going to be 4-3.
What are you
But
doing
they
with your
count
hand?
too.
No, they don't.
I'm trying, guys. I'm
I
trying.
defer to the popular vote because I personally can't pick between the two either.
They're close.
All right, we'll poll the audience again. Who's for Iron Man? Whoa.
Iron Man
Shocking. Who's for Captain America? Well, sorry. Guys.
Are you not? Votes there, but it's all good.
I feel that too. Okay, well.
So Iron Man is 2 and Captain America is 5. Got it.
Captain America is 3.
I'm not good with numbers.
That's becoming more obvious.
It's not good. Okay, now it's going to get tricky.
I'd say number 4 would be Hugh Jackman Wolverine. He was on everyone's list.
No, he wasn't on my list.
We're not on 3?
We passed 3.
Captain America.
Punisher.
Oh.
Jessica
There was a
Jones.
couple of votes for Punisher. There was a couple of votes for Jessica Jones. And there was a couple of votes for Wolverine.
And we had Deadpool.
And we had Deadpool a couple of votes.
If you look at Wolverine, he was probably the best to come out of the X-Men series.
Yeah.
Okay, him as the character was, I mean, no, he didn't always, haven't all been strong movies, but Hugh Jackman has been a good representation of them.
Yes.
He has, I agree, but I am on the Punisher. That's where I'm on. He is so strong.
You're talking about John Byrne.
John Bernthal.
But Wolverine has the healing factor.
He does have the healing factor. Which is a
But
power that he has.
As far as portrayals, we've
And
had
also
Hugh Jackman
in
for a decade. We've had John Bernthal for like 8 minutes.
I understand, but that 8 minutes was so powerful.
That was good 8 minutes.
So awesome.
Wolverine's better.
I don't have Wolverine on my list.
I don't either.
I don't have him on my list either.
Who has him on the list?
You got
Jen's a living, breathing document.
Yes. Okay. So who had Punisher? Who had Punisher?
I had Punisher.
So have we eliminated Jessica Jones?
Who had
Never.
Jessica Jones? Oh boy.
I have Jessica Jones and Punisher.
Who had
And
Deadpool?
Rocket.
Who had Deadpool? That's oh my gosh.
Audience is really excited about Deadpool.
Yeah, they kind of are.
You
See,
know
like,
what?
look at-
Because
see?
Deadpool,
Deadpool
breaks
number
the
one.
fourth wall. Come on.
Deadpool number
He talks to us.
Such a fantastic portrayal.
It is
It is
a great
really
portrayal. It's a great portrayal.
And he fought for that for
He did.
Yeah.
He did. And well, guys, we have to get a 3, a 4, and a 5. Well, 4 and a 5, because we have Daredevil, we have Iron Man, we have Captain America. So from that 4-way tie, we have to get a 4 and a 5. Because Deadpool, Jessica Jones, Punisher, and Wolverine are all tied. Wait, who had Wolverine? Right? Wolverine, 1, 2,
4.
Well,
I don't know if that counts.
that counts. You said it.
I do like it.
Okay, so Wolverine actually has 4 votes, whereas the other ones have 3 apiece.
Okay.
Fine.
I'm okay with that. So Wolverine at 4.
Fine.
That was very giving of you.
There's Jessica Jones.
Well, there's still okay. Now it's a fight to the death, people. We have to get a number 5 out of this 3-way tie.
What is the 3? Jessica Jones.
Deadpool.
And Punisher.
I feel like,
See, I
as much
had
as I love
Punisher
Punisher, I
and
think
Deadpool,
Spencer has a
but-
good point of, based on how we are deciding this from the Netflix universe, it isn't that well represented in time. Yes. If we were doing this after his own show came out, I would
Okay, that's an argument.
And I don't think the audience will let us get out of life if it's not Deadpool.
So are we pandering?
Yes,
No,
absolutely.
I mean, Deadpool was on almost all our lists.
Do you guys think Deadpool for number 5?
Hands. That's
That's
all.
That's
yeah.
like a lot of the room.
Yeah. All right.
I mean,
Okay,
yes,
fine.
it's powerful, but
I just tried to make a pitch. John Bernthal, I love you. Okay. So our top 5 Marvel heroes are at number 5, Deadpool. Number 4, Wolverine. Number 3, Captain America. Number 2, Iron Man. Number 1, Daredevil. Everyone keeping track?
Yeah.
We're switching universes now.
Finally!
Right? I agree. Let's do DC villains, people. DC villains.
What villain?
We're going to start with villains. Yes, we want to save the heroes for last. For the best.
And that's how he was always. They always come at the last moment to save everyone's life.
That's exactly.
That's good.
So let's do DC villains. I'd like one of the DC people to start. So, Jen.
I have that.
Let's start with Jen.
So my number 5 is the Reverse Flash, and number 4 is Catwoman. 3
Which
is
Catwoman?
You're gonna think Gotham.
What?
Cameron Biancola from Gotham.
Yeah.
Whoa, we've got some
And
agreement.
actually, next is Penguin, which I'm taking from Gotham.
Robin Moore
and
Taylor.
Edward Nygma, also from Gotham.
Corey Michael
Because
Smith.
I think those 3 just.
So you like Gotham?
I do. Those 3.
She likes the villains.
Yes, I like the villains in Gotham. Yes. And then my number 1 is Joker.
Yeah.
Which Joker?
Yeah.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
The obvious choice. Now, of course, we're doing live action. If we were adding animated, we all would get
Yeah.
Mark
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have to stop it somewhere, people.
But Joker has to be number 1.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I'd like to go next since I don't know much about DC and I'd like to get it over with. So for my number 5, I'm reaching back to my childhood for Vincent Price's Egghead.
Wow! From the 1966 Batman.
Deal with it.
Deal with it.
Nostalgia, that's why.
Wow.
And then my list gets similar, because 4 I have the Riddler from Gotham, but 3 I have Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman.
Okay.
And then 2 Penguin from Gotham.
Robin Ortiz.
That.
How
And
do you
then
remember all these actors' names?
I know, seriously.
That's what I do.
Heath Ledger Joker number 1.
All right. Okay.
Thanks, Nick.
You want me to go next? Sure. Also, I don't watch DC. I've seen the movies. I don't watch a lot of the TV, so I'm just going to say that up front.
The
My list
TV is
is-
the strong part.
Yes.
I know, but I don't watch all the TV. I watched 11 episodes of Arrow and 5 of Flash, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's more than
Oh.
Nick.
Yeah. Okay.
Blasphemy.
So don't hate me, guys. Number 5 is the Scarecrow from the Christopher Nolan Batman series. He freaked me out. He freaked me out. Number 4 is Malcolm Merlin from Arrow.
John Barrowman.
I love John Morris. Oh, yeah. Number 3 is Naz Al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul.
Thank you.
She's
look,
Marvel.
I Marvel.
She has a stutter.
I don't know. I don't know.
We're working her through it.
I call her Ray.
Some people do call him Rich.
Sure.
Yeah,
Great.
okay.
There we go.
From who? From Arrow?
I haven't gotten there
Yeah.
yet, so I can't say that officially, but I'm assuming.
But actually, yeah.
I'm assuming.
Are
I
you
will.
saying Liam Neeson?
For now, because that's the only exposure I have.
Got it.
This is live, we're not going to change it.
I know. As of this recording, I have not gotten to that part yet. Number 2 would be Doomsday from the Batman versus Superman movie. That was
a terrible interpretation.
I know.
Hey, wait.
I don't have the
It was the
experience.
cave troll from Lord of the Rings.
Your editorial. She's trying, Kyle.
Like I said, don't hate me. It's all I have. And number 1, again, it's the Heath Ledger Joker.
All right. Fair enough. Do you want me to go or do you want
I'll go.
to go? All right.
Number 5, I have Deathstroke from Arrow.
Bennett. Thank you.
Number 4, I have Bane from the Christopher Nolan incarnation. That was Tom Hardy.
Thank you.
Number 3, I have the Riddler from Gotham.
Corey Michael Smith.
And number 2, Penguin from Gotham. And number 1, Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah, Joker has to be it.
You just wait, sir.
There's 12 people that chose it.
You just wait.
Okay, I can go next. I actually have a couple that haven't been said. My number 5, and I hope I don't get a lot of crap for this.
Probably.
Consider your comment.
That's true. She's more modern movie, but I'm gonna say Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. No, okay,
Can we
as
switch
her.
seats, please?
Okay, sorry. She is one of the more accurate DC interpretations. Sorry. From the movies. Sorry. I also said number 4, Lex Luthor, Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville.
Thanks, Alex.
I said number 3 was Reverse Flash, who was played by Tom Cavanaugh and Matt Letcher on the show. I think it's amazing that they were able to accomplish that on that show. If you haven't watched The Flash, you really need to.
Oh, I am all caught up, sister.
That's good. Number 2, I also said General Zod, Terrence Stamp. It's classic.
Oh, I like that.
It's classic, but I'm sorry.
We're so sisters. I can't wait.
I mean, I just feel we haven't been saying a lot of classic things, but I'm just saying.
They've been saying non-classic things.
Which is not a bad thing.
Egghead.
Oh.
Egghead doesn't count.
Yes, that's the same as General Zod.
Egghead doesn't count.
Double the egg tax. Would
Anyways,
cripple
I'm
most
just gonna move
Americans.
past you now. And my number 1 was also Heath Ledger, the Joker.
That's fine.
Just wait. You want to go?
Okay. Number 5, Deathstroke, Manu Bennett. I just love that they actually built him up as a mentor in the first season before having him actually be full-on Deathstroke. It made you care more about the character. Then number 4, Lex Luthor. I went with Michael Rosenbaum because Lex Luthor should be complicated. You should think that he's doing the right thing. And most versions, he's just like mustache twirling evil for no reason. Number 3, nobody else probably even knows who he is. Anton Arcane from Swamp Thing.
What?
I love Swamp Thing.
As a kid, I was obsessed with Swamp Thing, and like he was the perfect villain. Number 2, General Zod, Terrence Stamp. I mean, kneel before Zod. Like that's iconic now. And number 1, I did Reverse Flash, Tom Cavanaugh and Matt. I like both portrayals, especially Tom Cavanaugh when he's more creepy. But I just really love that they